I think we're set up to be a middle school for boys, and and part of that is recognizing that there are lots of different types of boys and embracing all boys, no matter who they are, and allowing them to be exactly who they are, allowing them to be the individual, and finding what are the passions of every single boy and how do we connect that boy to his passions, but also understanding that there is a real focus on boys and choosing the, the curriculum that we think is going to resonate best with the guys in front of us, um, choosing a schedule that fits to who they are and what their needs are at this age, uh, hiring teachers who embrace who boys are in the middle school. Not everyone out in the wide world loves middle school boys, but we have a wonderful and dynamic faculty, and one of the reasons we choose them is because they do love middle school boys. Yes, I'm sure they get frustrated with them at times, but in general, they understand what makes boys tick at this age, um, and how to work with them. We, think about our schedule. We know the vast majority of our boys have a lot of energy, and sometimes people can be afraid of that energy. We like to think that we want to embrace it. We want to channel it, obviously. We don't want to just let it run amok. But with that energy, we recognize, in classes, we need to set up dynamics in class where they can move, where they're working with each other, where they can socialize in the way that boys socialize. We have conversations about how do boys make friends. They make friends by doing things with other boys. So a lot of classes involve that group dynamic, that ability to be able to move around to different places and to work with other boys. We put breaks in our day, whether that's recess after lunch, a break later on in the day, because we know some of the guys just need to get out and run around. So it's setting up that schedule. Again, curriculum, looking at, in English, what are the books that are going to resonate with our boys. And it doesn't mean they have to be all boy books, because we also want them to think about a girl's perspective on things, but also making sure the way that we approach it and the way that we get them to think about it fits with who they are and where they are right now. Picking content for social studies or science that connects to what they're doing and who they are.
What I love about middle school boys is the energy that they bring to everything they do. So whether it's academics or extracurriculars or just their social interactions, they just have this real tangible energy, and I think our faculty is wonderful at figuring out how to harness that and how to make the most of it. We have things built into our day like a recess period, like a break, but also in the classroom, teachers know that kids need some movement, so they're often doing different projects. There's a lot of group work happening that's providing them, again, that movement period, but also that social interactions that they're really craving. So I think, again, we love what they come into the school with, adolescent boys, and we're able to really, I think, fine-tune it and work with it.
I never considered myself just a teacher of boys. Now I am. I'm also a middle school teacher, which, I tell my friends often I started to think like a middle school boy. I find certain jokes funnier, and I think that happens. I think you learn to relate to, whoever you spend most of your time with, and I spend most of my time with middle school boys. I find them humorous. I find them open. I love their energy, and really, I'm always willing to just see what they have to offer. I'm a student-focused teacher, but I also believe that they're bringing something to the classroom as much as I am. And it's really their openness and which you wouldn't think maybe 12, 13-year-old boys are, and to see their genuine relationships with each other and how they care for each other, and they want to learn and they want to grow. I think that's what I find most rewarding, is to see their challenges, to see them face their challenges, to grow. And it's been amazing over the past 13 years to see a 12-year-old, 13-year-old in 7th and 8th grade, and then meet them again as juniors and seniors. And it's remarkable. It's just absolutely remarkable, the character development that happens here at BC High.
we're a great school. We have great academics, great teachers. I think we do a lot to really build a very strong community. And I think that's one of the differences when we think about, you don't just go to school, you really come to a community, and helping guys in 7th and 8th grade learn what does that mean to be part of a community. Not just a very small community, my group of friends, but this bigger community, and what do we do within that community. But I also think that it's, I can talk about all those things, but I think sometimes it's thinking about your son and being able to talk to some of the boys who are here and what's their experience been, or being able to talk to parents and what's their experience been. I think what I hear from parents a lot of times is, my son is very excited about coming to school every day. And that's how we want it to be. We want kids to be thrilled to come here because they're meeting friends, they're getting involved in things, and they're being pushed academically.